John Pustersky some time ago said that every time a non-believing person meets us, they should have such an interaction that they are moved a little bit closer to faith in Jesus. Doug Schopp, in his book, I Once Was Lost, said that there are 5 movements of faith or conversion. From trust to curiosity to openness to seeking to following Jesus. I just want to talk about one of those, from distrust to trust. Some time ago, I had this great conversation with a taxi driver. I was going from my parents' home in Etobicoke to the Toronto airport, a ride of about 15 minutes. So as we were leaving the driveway, I asked the cab driver where he is from, and he said, "I'm from Lebanon." And I said, "Oh, tell me a little bit about your life back there." And he said, "Well, I'm a Druze. Do you know what a Druze is, my friend?" I said, "No, I don't." He said, "Well, a Druze is the world's oldest religion. We have one God, no other gods along the way." And I said, "Well, why did you leave Lebanon? What did you do there?" He said, "Well, I was an office manager, I was an accountant, but I had to leave because of persecution." He said, "The Jewish people treated us terribly." And he said, "Technically, we're a Muslim religion, but the Muslim people really hated us." And then he said this, he said, "My friend, do you know who the worst were? Do you know who the absolute worst were?" And I said, "No, tell me." He said, "The Christians. The Christians were horrible toward us." And then he said in his very next breath, "What do you do?" And I said, well, there were a lot of things that went through my mind, but I said, "I'm a Christian minister." And the cab went very quiet. And then I said, "Can I tell you something? The Jesus that I know wouldn't have wanted to treat you like that. So can I say on behalf of him that I'm sorry for how those people treated you? The Jesus that I know loves you and would have treated you incredibly well." And then a funny thing happened, not funny, but very moving. A tear began to run down his cheek, and then I began to cry as well. Then we pulled up to the airport, and he got out, and he put my suitcase on the curb, and he looked at me, and he said, "Well, today you learned something, didn't you, Mr. Christian?" And I said, "Yes, I did. How about you?" He said, "Yes, I did." And I said, "God bless you, sir." And he said, "God bless you." I think we have this great mission sometimes where we're able to walk into people's lives and where we just ask questions and people let us into their story, and it's a beautiful thing. So I was watching a movie last Friday night with my wife, and we landed on watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which I didn't really want to watch. 10 or 15 minutes into the movie, I was getting bored, and then I hung in there, and at the end, he says this unbelievably powerful statement. He said, "Everybody longs to be loved and longs to know that they are lovable." What a great mission that is, and what a great opportunity that we have.